Everyone on Hollow Ridge Street whispered the same thing about Mrs. Eleanor Voss, that her heart was as cold as the marble floors in her mansion. Widowed, young, and childless, Eleanor spent her days behind closed curtains, issuing orders through intercoms and writing checks with robotic precision. Her staff came and went like passing shadows. Most never lasted more than a week. Then came Mira, a 24-year-old girl with sun-warmed skin, calloused hands, and a permanent sparkle in her brown eyes. Mira walked into the Voss estate not out of choice, but necessity. Her father's heart surgery had drained every coin they had, and this job, cleaning, cooking, caring, was her only hope. The agency warned her, "Don't speak unless spoken to. She doesn't like questions or noise." Mira nodded, but inside she wondered, what makes a woman build walls so high that not even sunlight gets in? The house was vast, cold, immaculate, not a picture out of place. Mira's room was the smallest, beneath the stairs, but she didn't mind. It had a window that caught the sunrise. Eleanor didn't greet her. She spoke only once a day through the intercom. Laundry, top-shelf detergent, white setting only. Dinner at 6, soup, no salt. Each word came like wind over ice. Mira followed every instruction to the letter. But unlike the others, she left something behind. Warmth. A folded towel with lavender tucked inside, a cup of hot tea left on Eleanor's reading table, soft humming while dusting the old piano in the hallway. One afternoon, while cleaning the music room no one used, Mira discovered a grand piano covered in a thick sheet. Curious, she gently wiped it clean and played. Not a full song, just a melody her mother taught her as a child. It was soft, like falling petals. She played every day for a week when Eleanor was out. Until one day, she wasn't. A voice shattered the room. "Stop that." Mira froze. Eleanor stood in the doorway, hands clenched, face unreadable. I'm sorry, I didn't mean—" Eleanor didn't shout. She simply said, "That song. Where did you learn it?" Mira's voice trembled. "My mother. She sang it while washing clothes, said it made the day softer." Eleanor said nothing. She turned and walked away. But the next morning, Mira found the piano uncovered. A note rested on the keys. Once a week, Wednesdays, at 4. From that day, something shifted. Eleanor never smiled, but she no longer barked. Sometimes she watched Mira play from the hallway, arms crossed, expression tight. Other times she lingered in the kitchen while Mira prepared food, offering tiny comments like, "Too much garlic," or "That smells familiar." Once Mira saw a photo on Eleanor's desk, a man holding a baby. The man resembled a younger Eleanor, the baby, unknown. When she asked about it, Eleanor simply replied, "My brother and his daughter, both gone now." Grief, Mira realized, had not made Eleanor cold. It had frozen her in time. One night, a storm rolled in, wind howling, lights flickering. Mira was folding laundry when the power died. She rushed to check on Eleanor, fearing the worst. She found her in the library, sitting still, candle in hand. "You all right?" Mira asked. Eleanor nodded, but looked distant. "This storm, it's like the night he left." "Your husband?" She didn't answer. Instead, she whispered, "I told him not to go. The road was icy, but he was stubborn. I slammed the door on him. That was the last thing I ever did." The silence that followed was heavy. Mira sat beside her. "I'm sure he knew you loved him." Tears glistened in Eleanor's eyes, but didn't fall. "No one said that to me in years." After that night, Eleanor changed in small ways. She asked Mira to join her for tea. She let sunlight into the parlor. She even allowed Mira to bring her father to visit. Watching Mira and her father laugh over lemon cake, Eleanor smiled, a real one, for the first time in a decade. Later that evening, she told Mira, "When you came here, I thought you were just another maid." Mira smiled. "And now? You're the only person brave enough to bring music back into my home, and kindness into my soul." Months passed. The Voss estate transformed. Eleanor opened her home to host charity teas for heart patients like Mira's father. She created a scholarship for women in domestic service. And every Wednesday at 4 p.m., Mira still played the piano. But now, with Eleanor sitting beside her, the staff no longer called her the Ice Queen. They called her Mrs. Voss with the music in her heart. And Mira, she wasn't just the maid anymore. She was family. Moral of the story: sometimes the smallest acts of kindness can thaw the coldest hearts. You never know the battles people hide behind silence and the warmth they long for beneath the surface.